All right, the market is closed. It is December 10th, Thursday. Another video. Let's take a look at the market. Dow Jones was minus 55, S&P minus 4, NASDAQ plus 66, small caps plus 17. The VIX was plus 22.44. Gold flat 18.38, silver 24.14, crude 46.88, up almost 3%. So crude is popping here. All right, let's look at the top gainers again. You narrow your focus down on trading, you'll do much better. Let me just see if I can change this here. Let me go to this chart. All right, the top gainers right now, SLS from yesterday has really taken off. Tiny biotech extends wild ride as day traders chase boom. That's today. December 7th, announced exclusive license agreement with development and commercialization of Gallon Peppermint GPS, whatever that is. But so they're following up from a few days ago. This is 8 million in float about. Had to move yesterday late. This was at like 132. Moved up. Look at that. This was after hours. Then we pulled back, and look where we pulled back at. Today's open. That's my green line. Today's open. And you draw this line here. This is a big, call it a descending triangle because the high is getting lower. And then it's broke above 9. We're getting a lot of these the last few days now. Like I moved about 12, 1, 2. So this broke out here. Right above 9. It's almost 19. It's a $10 gain. And you keep these moves. There's always moves each day, but the moves the last few days, like stocks, if they're moving after hours, the next day have been very much popping. So look at the move here, 9. Just draw your line. See here, doesn't to be exact. I mean, it's touching wick, but line on the candle right here. So you see the breakout of 8. See this? Then your 13 crossing your 20. Touched a few times. You can probably sell now. It's a huge gain. So this is a big gainer. On this one too, it's tough. When you see this move, it moves pretty high. It's middle screen on was this pre-market? No, is it 430? Yeah, 430. It says pre-market. And then came down. Didn't fade all the way. Usually these will fade. So that's why you got to keep an eye on these later now too, because they're not fading. Shorts are getting crushed. Shorts are getting smoked here because they're not going all the way down. They're going up and they get a stop out. They're getting crushed. So that's the move on that. And this was a former SLS, I forget. This is something else before that, the ticker name. It changed. So you can play this here. You're playing different things too. Line, see this? That's today's open. So you have 9 up here. And then it takes off. You don't know it's going to take off exactly, but as soon as you see this start to wrap around, I mean, there's your stop here. See that? Because look how it touched here. You're going to notice very subtle things on these moves, on these charts. So that's the 5 minute. The 10 does the 10 minute, the 5 minute. See this went down right here? Came back up. Put in your 8 line. As soon as when this came back and came here to 8, that's a pretty good move here because there's your support. You're just playing on 7 then. Leave that line that wide. And yeah, it's not a bad move there. You know, 200 shares, this is like $1,600 right here. So that's the move here. 144 million in volume today. Very liquid. You get to the daily chart. What do you see here? This is going all the way back to 2019. Look at the gap here. You have 20 right here. Look how this touched. There's the open gap. It did a reverse split. This got as high as 1938. So look where we go, right there. Open gap. Usually they will fill open gap. This took over a year plus. And this looking again, you know, pre-market. There's nothing here I'm going to buy. There's nothing saying it because I'm drawing this line here. Even if you say this, see this connect, and this came above here a little bit. It's not the setup. It's not going under to top like this. See this? So just looking back now, the 10-minute. 10-minute, see this? You draw this here. I see this 9, it got above that line. And then it just faded back within that 8 line house. It's a tougher move. There's all kinds of moves. And the better you can recognize this, the better your chance of succeeding on these trades. I need water. Water. Our IMMP. MU-TEP spikes on positive breast cancer treatment data. 190% positive results. When did this come out? 7:42 a.m. Yeah, that was daily biotech. 11:51. December 9th, though, this had news too. Breast cancer, all kinds of news here from December 9th. So what was the move here? This is 4:10 a.m. Well, it came out. So it came out here. And let's go to the 3-minute. See on this is pretty low. It's lower than middle. You have here. See this 4 line? And then see how let's go to the 5-minute. See how the 5-minute, look at this 5, the 13 EMA and the 20 EMA. See this? I love them as support. There are moving averages, exponential moving averages. As this moves, as the price continues to move, see this? And it's not moving down. So I don't trade before 7. 7's the ultimate for E-Trade, I think. I don't even want to trade at 7, but you know, here's the move at 7 right here at 450. And you have an ascending triangle. And then this one up again, and you have 5. I'm not sure if that's a misprint. Are them hammers misprints? It doesn't matter, they're fakes anyway. Because see how you cannot have this go through that fast. Well, see this move? There's no turn. It's not like it's turning here. It was a fake out if it was. I've seen that too many times. All right, so now you're playing this. There's the line right here. Here's your 450 line. Here's 4. And then your 13 coming up, 13 EMA, came up to 5, all the way to 750. And then look at this stack right here. Look at these candles. Then it's starting to come down right here. Let's go to the 10-minute. 10 minutes been solid. It's been very solid lately. Once you see this in a 10-minute, look at this. This is clearly a smooth, it's a smooth drive right here. Look at this, 13 EMA, 20 EMA. There's nothing here. These candles, they shouldn't stop you out. When you have a perfectly smooth run like this, the price is starting to come up and your moving averages are moving up, your exponential moving averages. You have no cross. You don't even have like a bend here. See this bend? When you see this and this, yeah, it's a sell. especially from here. That's where it is too. And then it came down, then it got choppy. So 455. Guess how I'll play this. I'll play this right at the open, 7 a.m. You know, I'll get it 450. You want to play the 5 line. You know, as it gets up here, I mean, this is the high of the day. You got to watch. Like, there's no consolidation. See, this is consolidating. So this is about middle screen. This is your high. Again, low, middle, high. And this had 46 million in float, 280 million in volume. So good news again. You're getting good news in these. You're going to get a move long. Is it going to be here? Is it going to be pre-market? So I'm really liking this 5 and 10 minute. There's your line right there, 450, 5. And there's 1, 2, 3 candles, and we go down. So it's not that complicated if you look at it. So, you know, my strategy now is, you know, the 1320 EMA, when you have support like here, like this candle, that ain't going to do nothing. Your 13 EMA is clearly like straight, you know, going long here. Look at this. It's like a beautiful uptrend, and so is the 20. It's not this or this. So when you see candles go through like that, they're trying to stop you out. It's proven. I've proven this on back testing, and it does work. The higher time frame. Here's the 5 minute. And the daily chart on this, look at this. This came out of a wedge back in April. Really like little spikes, and today it just exploded. So many stocks exploding. And then see, after you get an initial move, most of the time, you're going to get chopped. This is all chop, back and forth. Now let's go down the list. Oh my God, SGMO. When you see little candles like this is another chart to look at. This is pure little spike action. Look at this. See how they're tight? There's no real big range in this. You have your support, your 13 EMA, and using your 50-cent line. And then this is going up. Look at that. That's incredible. 10 minute, 5 minute. Look how tight these little candles are. You have controlled candles here. These are all controlled. And then we rip. Have this thing move 1050 to 16. You're getting all kinds of movers. You know, penny stocks are hot right now. Very hot. You can see this explode up. Here's VERU. A little bit tougher here, 450, 525, 475. Grinding up. Excuse me, 450. On these that are tighter ones, see the line that 1320 EMA are like tighter. They're sort of tight here, and you don't really get a move. It sort of grinds up. Very grindy. NEOS. I remember this stock life. Oh my God, I used to trade this way back when. Look at this. Garbage stock. Here's another one, TGTX. Once you know these patterns, it becomes more and more clear. You draw your line right here. It's trying to get over this, and does right at 34. Takes off to 41, a $7 gain, consolidates, and goes up to 42. Actually, you probably want to take it lower here. You want to try to connect as many points. So you see this? Trying to go up, trying to go up. I think these are misprints. And then once this breaks out, this is one big candle. See your 1320 EMA going up? Look at this. And then 34, and your stops 33 here. That's how I'm playing it. I'm not sure how other traders play it. This is the big breakout move. There's your stop. You know, right here, it's 1,000, 1,200 right there. So that's a beautiful move right up here. And it's all about learning the pattern. See this? Once you see this, that is the key candle. That's what you got to go by. You're only going by, you know, what you know in these patterns. If that breaks out, then see this little hammer? This tried to come back, but it pushed it up. The 1320 EMA is going up. They pushed it up. So it's very big there. Dying. All right, so another great long. The longs have been on fire too. I mean, you're still getting some shorts, but longs have been on fire. TGTX. There it is, move up. Remember I said we're middle? It's about middle. It's going to go here, dive down, but if it keeps going, that's fine, but it's going to stop. No. Came back. You got to keep on these two. If you're going to stick to a stop, really look hard at it. Don't just let it go sometimes. Unless it's complete wasting your time. And you're getting all kinds of moves. Late day, early, DMS, digital media. There's another strange move up, you know, $8 and took off. ALXO, oncology, just went to 80, all the way to 115. Incredible. Look at this run here. You get it a 10-minute. Look at this. Here's another higher priced AI. This was back and forth between 195 from these tails, you could say. As soon as this candle came out, look at that big candle, then it explodes up 100 to 131. When you see that, there's another one, this candle. Now this is very big moves it's making. I mean, if you put it in that line there, it's probably too tight. This is a $5 line. See, this is taking up like $5 in this move. See the daily on this. Oh, it's an IPO. BTU with oils been on fire. Look at the daily chart. Called this wedge before. Remember that? $1. Wrapping around to $2 plus. There's the wedge. When you break out of the wedge, it could fall back sideways. This comes right up. Back and forth. You know, all this chop here, it's going to stomp you out. But you got to give it to the bottom of the wedge. All right, so move up here, 150, 155. And this thing, look at that shooting star wick, 218. That is a shooting star sell signal at the top of the pattern. So oil's been very hot. SSPK, silver spike, whatever this is. This is a weird candle. See this? I'm not sure if that was a misprint. But. And that's the thing, trading pre-market. Like you go back, where is it? IMMP. This was smoother on the 10-minute. And then you go back down to computer froze. See, SSPK is a little bit different. You know, the volume wasn't bad down here. Once you see it starts moving, that's just a weird candle. So, Prudent Bay. I remember the stop was 100, I think, at one point. Prudent Bay Trust. Not great volume to go up. Here's EDIT. Move down here to 55 near the open. Well, not near the open. This was 9:20 a.m. Then it explodes up. And look what it's touched to. See that today's open? That was a good sign there. GLSI from yesterday. Volume came back a little bit. Crazy chart. Look at this. I mean, look back now. It was a good trade once that broke above that. There's a big shooting star. This came back. Today, right here at 80. And then look at this. Another shooting star to 128. Kind of just too wild. I mean, that move here was pretty good. It was one big solid move, but all this is nuts. Better things to trade. Here's another one. See this high move? UTSI. Then fade it. Here is PLG. On the list here. All right, so that was the main runners here. Take a look at the SPY. Now we get toppy here. I think we're coming down a little bit on the SPY. We'll see. There's the VIX. See this? Divergence up. We're coming up. It's actually curving now. We're above the 1320 MA. It's very bullish. Coronavirus cases are surging. There's a spike, spike, spike. So keep an eye on this. UVXY, told you this was starting to come up too. Look at that separation here. The 4 hours starting to wrap, do that wrap right here. Yeah, if we really get a big move, 16, 17. There's the 2 hour coming down in the hour. And this is a big, you call it a wedge here, descending wedge, falling wedge. Space, it's getting tighter, tighter. Points touch, points, points. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, and this. I mean, if it really comes up, maybe this will come up to 20. If we get a really strong pullback, because the market's been so strong, yeah, we'll see on that. All right, going back to SLS. Runner from yesterday. Yeah, pre-market volume wasn't the best. It didn't really show much. And then look, see this late day? Noon breakout. Kind of odd. We're getting like noon, 2 o'clock breakouts. That's why the market's like 8 a.m., 7 a.m., 9, 10, 12. You don't know where the pattern's going to be. Right now, the pattern's going to be like 12 to 2. They're breaking out. Right here, the volume too is like 500,000. Not bad volume, but this thing chopped around, went down. Then you see this, people like, oh, it's going down. Then it held this 7 line. Then broke above, the 9 line and took off. And it did have previous good news. IMMP, that is legit news. Yeah, early, get it a 10-minute. This is run above 7. 12 and above, line above 5. And see how smooth this is, like clean. See the candles, except that in your 13 grind up, it's a very clean pattern. That's why look at your higher time frame. There's a very clean move. There's no reason to get out on any of these if you're in even pre-market. Who's the volume now? Yeah, it's big volume now. 1 million. That's plenty. So you're playing pre-market, like the open, like if you're playing during the day. So that's why if you're gonna play here, 450, and you see this run up, that's $3 move. you don't need to wait for it to see what it does. It's going to keep going. You take a $3 move. Your move's just here pre-market to the open. So that's how you're playing it. Unless this would dip and give it, you want to give it to here and see if it bounces. But once you saw these shooting stars, that was a sign to get out. On the 15, it's a big hammer down. Not even close. You're so far wide from your 1320 EMA. And that was the first really big candle at the top of the pattern. So you put that all together. Good news. Computer went off. Low float, not actually 46 million, not really low float, but news. You know, so you have all that working in your favor. Traders are going to see that. The positive news are going to push it. And then you just go line to line. Yeah, 46 million in float. Then, so you don't know here. So if you're buying here and here, then you see these candles. See, that's, people are like, well, how do you know to get out or where to get out? You look for where you came from too. 450 to here, that's a $3 gain. And then you have these candles. These candles are sell candles at the top of the pattern. So that's how you know. Now, it could go back here. It could bounce up, come down. We've seen that before. Then explode up. Or it could even come here and then like really right up here. And that's a chance to take. But if you have a $3 gain on anything, this is easily $1,000 plus if you have a little bit of size. So, you know, we're hammering down these patterns over and over, these small caps, how they play out pre-market, during the day. Yeah, we're on top of this. ZDGE moving. There's so many things moving right now. It's pretty crazy. See, this another one late, sort of grinding and exploded up really late. All right, so that's it for now. Please subscribe and like the channel. Education, day trading, swing trading ideas, you know, market news. We just did a video on Raging Bull, getting in trouble with FTC, $137 million fine. Patterns to look for, you know, kind of chart patterns, technical analysis, going over the market. And that's what we're doing. All right, we're out for now. That is it. Please subscribe and like. Peace.